Shambhu, how he can overcome the illusory energy, whereas Brahma and Balramji all could not do it.
It all depends upon Krishna. When Krishna Leela wants Balaram to be in illusion, which is going to enhance his dealings with other Vrajavasis, Yoga Maya covers the eyes of Balaram. But in the case of Brahma, it is if she doesn't want him to know Krishna Leela, then she acts as Mahamaya. So Maya can act in different ways. One is to nourish the Leelas, one is to cover the Leelas from the eyes of conditioned souls. Now Brahma is not a conditioned soul. Brahma, but still, when Krishna wants that he should not know his Leela, then either Yogamaya can cover his eyes or Mahamaya also can cover the eyes. It is up to Krishna which Maya to be involved there. So it is not that, and then Shambhu, that is Shambhu, Sadashiv, some Shambhu, and Lord Shiva. So Sadashiv is empowered by Balaram. So Balaram appears as Sadashiv. Sadashiv empowers Shambhu. So it is up to, again, Lord, whether to cover the eyes of Shiva or not. When Mohini avatar was there, at that time Lord Shiva's eyes was covered. He could not identify. So this is a very technical subject. Okay. It is not just black and white. What, when, it is up to Krishna. How it is nourished, it's up to Lord. So there it is not just a black and blue thing. Okay, 134 now.
24. 124.
Even you remember, Narada's eyes also was covered. That is why Narada 124. So Narada, he gets the face of a monkey. That Leela happens in when you go to Badrikashram. There's a place known as Srinagar. There this Leela happens. So Narada also was bewildered once when he had small pride that nobody can bewilder me. I am a brahmachari. Immediately Lord bewildered him. Avashyathara aji bujipa karana etavali mantra jape vashila brahmana. Now Brahmana is thinking, how is it that I have been defeated? Saraswati had given me the benediction that I will be always successful. That means Saraswati's benediction is false. Now such type of doubt has come in my mind. Or I would have done some offense at her feet. Why my intelligence is diminishing? And this small boy, I'm just defeated by this boy, and just based on some grammar, I must find out the idea of my
Not able to hear, Mataji. I think Mataji is disconnected.
Yeah, she will rejoin, I think. Maybe some problem with the phone.
Okay. I thought only I cannot. Audio on करके somebody can sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra till that time, I think. माइक ऑन कर ले कोई भी, रक्षा माता जी या कोई भी।
यस प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Shamati, we cannot hear you.
यस माता जी, यस बेल बज गई थी ना इसलिए। हरे माता जी मैं कैन आई सिंग श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु?
हाँ, छोटा गाना कुछ गाइए।
हाँ,
माता
हाँ,
जी
वही,
ज्वाइन हो ही
वही।
रहे हैं, उन्होंने फोन
हाँ
किया।
हाँ हाँ, यस यस यस, ओके ओके। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे, श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे, तुम बिन के दयालु जगत संसारे, पतित पावन हेतु तव अवतार, पतित पावन हेतु तव अवतार, वो समापतिता प्रभु न
Hare
पाई
Krishna,
दया।
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. My connectivity suddenly disappeared. Okay, so now here Digvijay Pandit, he did tapasya, and Goddess Saraswati appeared before him. Kripa drishti bhagavantaha brahmanera prati rahite lagila ati gopya Saraswati. Now Saraswati mercifully glanced. Krishna Kamini Mataji, mute your phone. Saraswati glanced mercifully on the fortunate Brahmana and then spoke confidentially. सरस्वती बोले ना, शुनः विप्रवर वेद गोप्य कहे यही तुम्हारा गोचर है. I'm going to give you the secrets of the Vedas. Secrets of the Vedas. So that is only known to Saraswati. And now Brahmana is going to be given the secret. Karu sthane कह यदि यही शकल कथा तबे तुम्हें शीघ्र हैवा अल्पाय सर्वथा यानरथानी तुम्हारा हैजा पराजय अनंत ब्रह्मांड नाथ से सुनिश्चय. So then if you disclose these topics to anybody, you will meet a quick death. Know for certain that he by whom you were defeated is the Lord of the universe, innumerable universes. Ananta Brahmanda Nathaya Yeshurishchay. He is the Natha of the Ananta Brahmanda. And then if you tell this to anyone, then what will happen? Tavetami Shigra Haiva Alpaya Sarvatha. You will leave your body. If you tell the secret to anyone. Saraswati Devi appeared in a dream before Digvijay Pandit. who had chanted her mantras and said, if you disclose to anyone this confidential topic, then I'm telling you regarding the covered incarnation, because this is the covered incarnation, Channavatara. If you tell this, then what will happen? The death is for certain. Saraswati Devi appeared in a dream before the Digvijay Pandit, who had chanted her mantras and said, if you disclose this, death is certain. It is said that since Keshav Bhatt, the spiritual master of Gangalaya Bhatt, revealed the information about Mahaprabhu that was given to him in a dream by Saraswati, he met with a premature death, Keshav Bhatt. Therefore, Gangalaya Bhatt again initiated a Brahmana from Kashmir and gave him the name Keshav. From this popular hearsay, it is clearly understood that this Digvijay Pandit referred to herein is not Keshav Kashmiri. Rather, he is a Pandit named Keshav Bhatt. So he is not Keshav Kashmiri. So now this is a very technical subject where it said the Keshav Bhatt, the spiritual master of Gangalaya Bhatt, Keshav Bhatt, revealed the information to whom? Revealed the information of Mahaprabhu. And he is a spiritual master of Gangalaya Bhatt. That is why Gangalaya Bhatt again initiated a Brahmana from Kashmir and gave him the name Keshava. So this Digvijay Pandit is not Keshav Kashmiri. Very clearly it has been said here. Rather, he is a Pandit named Keshav Bhatt. Swami Yandra Pada Padme Nirastar Dasi Sammukhe Haite Apanara Lachavasi. I am an eternal maidservant at his lotus feet, and I am embarrassed to appear before him. So she says that even I am an eternal maidservant, and I am embarrassed to appear before him. After Narad Muni inquired about the actual identities of Lord Vishnu and Maya, Brahma offered obeisances to the Lord and spoke the following words from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.5.13. Vilajjamanaya yasya sthatum ikshapathe mamuya. Vimohitaha vitthante mahaham iti durdiyah. So the illusory energy of the Lord cannot take precedence, being ashamed of her position. But those who are bewildered by her always talk nonsense, being absorbed in the thoughts of I and mind. So one who is bewildering is ashamed to go before Lord. Though the task has been given to her to bewilder the conditioned souls, but still she is very ashamed to go. And those who are bewildered, and they talk nonsense, I and mind. Since the verse previous to this, Bhagavatam, that is Bhagavatam 2.5.12, describes the Lord's relationship with Maya and her insurmountable position. The Supreme Lord also appears to be under the control of Maya. This doubt is removed by this verse. Thinking the Supreme Lord knows well about my duplicitous nature and cheating propensity, Maya is ashamed to stand before the Lord and is unable to manifest her own prowess. But by bewildered by such Maya, we who are bewildered by science become proud while thinking in terms of I and mind. This verse also answers the question of the previous verse regarding who created this universe. Being bewildered by Maya, who feels embarrassed to stand before the Lord, who is faultless and full of transcendental qualities, as a result of his Chidananda nature, we glorify ourselves in terms of I and mind. So Krishna Sandarbha speaks about this. That word, Vilajjal Manaya, in this verse indicates that Maya's act of bewildering the living entities is not very palatable to the Supreme Lord, although Maya knows this. According to the principle, persons who are averse to Krishna become fearful as a result of their absorption in objects not related to Krishna. Maya has from time to time, immemorial, been unable to tolerate the living entity's aversion or lack of knowledge of the Supreme Lord. She thus covers the real identity of the living entities and places them in an unnatural position. Dr. Sundarata speaks about this. Without understanding their relationship with the Supreme Lord, both those who give respect and those who accept respect are eligible for being bewildered by Maya, who stands behind the Lord. This is being described in this verse, considering Vilajamanaya, or the Supreme Lord certainly knows my duplicity. Maya, like a deceitful wife, is ashamed to stand before the Lord. In other words, she stands behind the Lord, being bewildered by this Maya. The living entities proudly think in terms of I and mine. Aversion to the Lord should herein be understood as the back of the Lord. As soon as one is averse to the Lord, he becomes influenced by Maya. But when he is inclined towards the Lord, influence of Maya is not found. Sarartha Darshini speaks about it. So when he is averse, he just wants to enjoy the matter. He is not even bothered about giving enjoyment to Krishna. So aversive to the devotion service, then Mahamaya affects him. Anyhow, Maya is one person only. How to act on different people, that categorizes her as Yoga Maya and Mahamaya, the same person. Now, when Yashoda Mata held held Durga in her hand, at that time she is Yoga Maya, and the same Durga, when is touched by Ravana, she assumes immediately the role of Mahamaya, because internal potency of Krishna cannot be touched by atheistic people or demonic people or a conditioned soul. They cannot even touch. So which Sita went with Ravana? That is actually Maya Sita, Mahamaya Sita. And original Sita is hidden by Agni Devata. So the same Maya, who is actually the shadow potency, now she is shadow potency also, and she's internal potency also. Srishti, Sthiti, Pradaya, Sadhana, Shakti, Rekha. At that time, she is what? Chaya. Chaya of Srimati Radharani. So Chaya of the internal potency, the expansions of Srimati Radharani who perform their functions as internal potency. So internal potency's Chaya becomes Mahamaya. So in this way, Maya is subservient to Krishna. But when she takes the role of Mahamaya, she becomes ashamed, because Krishna doesn't like somebody being illusion. But Maya knows that this person is not fit, because he is so averse, he has so much of hatred. So what she does, she covers his eyes, and makes him engrossed in the matter. Though Krishna doesn't like, but Maya knows who is suitable to perform devotion, who is not suitable to perform devotion. For Krishna, he is Sama. He is Samadrishti. He is not even bothered who is worshipping me, who is not worshipping me. But it is internal potency who takes care of all these things. If somebody is ours, immediately the role of Mahamaya acts on him. Ami se baliye vipratomara jivaya tahana sammukhe shaktina vashe amaya. Oh Brahmana, although I speak through your tongue, in front of him I have no power. So actually I speak through you, through your tongue. But when it comes to speaking directly with him, at that time I cannot speak. I have no power to stand before Lord. Amara ki daya Sheshadeva Bhagyavana Sahasravadane Vedaye Kare Vyakhyana Aja Bhavadi Yandra Upasana Kare Hena Shesha Mohamane Yahare Gochare. What to speak of me? Even Ananta Shesha, who explains the Vedas with thousands of mouths, and who is worshipped by Brahma and Shiva, he is also bewildered in his presence. So Ananta Shisha, what is his work? He goes on chanting the glories of Lord. He can do that, but when it comes to doing it before the Lord, at the time he is not able to describe. Actually, that should be an attitude also of a disciple before his guru. Before the guru, generally the disciples are not able to speak. They feel very shy. They feel conscious at the time. Oh, what my guru will think. Actually, I am such a fool. He will understand that I'm not giving a good explanation. I'm such a foolish person. So this type of humility does not allow the person to speak before the guru. Parabrahma nitya shuddha khanda avyaya paripurna hai vaishe sabara hridaya. So he is the supreme Brahman, the eternal, pure, complete, inexhaustible Lord, who is situated in everyone's heart. Shri Gaur Sundar lies in the ocean of milk in the form of Anirudh, the localized super soul in the hearts of all the living entities, and lies in the Garbhodaka ocean in the form of Pratyumna, the aggregate super soul, and source of all universes. He is complete, undivided, infallible, and eternally pure. Since he is Shirodakshai Vishnu, considering him separate from Garbhodakshai Vishnu is an obstacle for achieving full knowledge. Since he is Garbhodakshai Vishnu, considering him separate from Shirodakshai Vishnu is an obstacle in self-realization. Since he is Karanodakshai Vishnu, considering him separate from Sankarshana is an obstacle in complete realization of the absolute truth. Actually, the one absolute truth, original personality of God, Gaur Krishna, is Baladev, the first Chaturvyuha, the second Chaturvyuha, three Vishnus who lie on the Karana, Garbhodaka, and Shira oceans, considering the localized aggregate Karana, Garbha, and Virat forms of Vishnu to be separate from the absolute truth, enhances the conditions for material conception and illusion. In order to remove these conceptions, Saraswati Devi disclosed that Gaur Sundar is a source of all Vishnu incarnations and not different from Vrijendranandana, the son of King of Vrija. So all these expansions are Krishna's expansions, but they are not different from Krishna. Considering Balaram to be different from Krishna, considering Balaram's Chaturvyuha to be different from Krishna, Vasudeva Aniruddha Sankarshan to be different from Krishna, considering Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Karanodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Shirodakshai Vishnu to be different from Krishna. So all these things makes a person conditioned in this material world. Krishna can expand into multifarious incarnations for performing certain tasks. It's up to Lord. So thinking that Vishnu is different from Krishna, that itself is the biggest illusion. Vishati iti sarvatra Vishnu. Vishati iti sarvatra Vishnu. Narayana to be different from Krishna. So all these things are actually illusion. Oh, he's Narayana form, he's sleeping form, let me not worship him. I should worship only three-bended form, as if we can see him. Even what we are seeing as Radha Giridhari or Radha Govinji, we're actually seeing Lakshmi Narayana. Because we are not having that eyes, Vrajavasi's eyes, to see Lord as Govinda. We cannot play with him in the way Vrajavasis play with him. We cannot deal with him as Vrajavasis deal with him. There are exalted, self-realized souls who eat with Krishna, who play with Krishna. So it is the mood what Krishna takes in Vraja. Again, it is a mood what Krishna takes in Vaikuntha. It's just the mood. And then Krishna, when he appears in Vaikuntha, naturally he appears to maintain the universe. So now he should have Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. So same Krishna only. But talking in such a way that, no, I'm not interested to go to Vaikuntha, I'm interested to go to Goloka. As if the doors of Vaikuntha As if these doors are open for us, even to cross Virja, our subtle elements should be purified to the perfection. Man, buddhi, ahankara should be completely purified. Then only we can even cross Virja. It's not so easy even to cross Virja. So that is why, just because acharyas who are there in exalted position, and acharyas who are having such type of madhuryata or madhurima with Krishna, they have certain relationship with Krishna. We can just praise and appreciate the writings. We cannot become the Vrajavasis until unless the gopis of Vrindavan, they bestow mercy onto us. Even the yatras, when we go to Vrindavan also, there we are just begging forgiveness and begging mercy from the Vrajavasis to allow to go to Vrindavan. It is not so easy to enter Vrindavan. Even if some people go to Vrindavan, what happens? They just commit offenses towards the Vrajavasis and they come back. It is preferred to go to Vrindavan through the ears. More we hear when we go to Dham, the only work should be the more we hear, we can appreciate the Dham. Or there are so many people who come to Dham, they just go to some 1 or 2 temples. They are interested in chat and all those things. So what happens is they are not able to relish the secrets of Dham. As much as Guru Tattva, Radha Tattva, Krishna Tattva is a secret, even to the Vedas. Dhama Tattva is also a secret, even to the Vedas. Dhamvas is one of the most important anga. So any of you are going to Dham, requesting the devotees to take part in yatras. I have observed many of the devotees, they don't want to go to yatras, but they like to go to the natives, spend time there. But you should come to yatras. If you go in yatras, because this is one of the most important limb in the devotional service, ABCD square. At least once in a year. One should be always in Dham. Once in a year, we should go to Dham so that we can appreciate the Dham Vasis over there. We can appreciate the Leelas which has been done in the Dham. It's not just go and see and come. Many devotees who just go alone, go with 1 or 2 devotees, just go alone, see and come back. Not much interested in the hearing process. The more we hear, the deeper and the deeper we enter the Dham. Dham teaches us how to amicably be with the association of the devotees. So many things Dham teaches. Dham Vas is very important. Requesting devotees to take part, because for 2 years it was a lockdown. Not much yatras we could do. But still there were few devotees who were trying to go alone to here and there places. That is not considered as yatra. There is only a fun time, just a time pass. But real yatra means discussing the past tense of Krishna. So today the booking will start. Already we have got approximately some 15, 16 names. So requesting all of you to come. Hare Krishna. Any doubts? Yellow.